today we're going to be talking about boundaries in a relationship, boundaries in life in general. And why do we need to set up the boundaries? And we're definitely going to ask you if this is something that you always do and this is something that is important to you. So what are the boundaries? Boundaries are pretty much just sets of, not really sets of rules, but I would say it's rather just sets of expectation that you would put at the beginning of the relationship, right? To make sure you have it, to make sure you are on the same page with your significant one, right? So what else I would add, maybe the honesty. Just make sure you're honest with your partner. You really open up about everything that you want in a relationship. So this way the partner can understand either, you know, you see him or not.
Yes.
And it is very important. I feel like it's very important to do it right at the beginning, not later, because later could be like too late.
Yeah.
What do you think, Katerina, about boundaries?
I think it's very healthy to announce and to have boundaries. I think, like you, from the medical point of view, understand we all made of cells, right? And every cell has a boundaries. Every cell has a membrane. So we also have not only physical membrane, but also have psychological membrane. We have some sort of way to where people can understand what they can do, what they cannot do, and it's healthy, very healthy, to set up rules about things that you're not allowed to do with yourself. So that's I think it's very important in any way of your life, with your kids, with your work, with your relationship, to have boundaries.
That's so true. Pretty much like every area in our lives, it deserves boundaries. And the relationship, of course, is like, I guess it's number one, because it's the most difficult one, I guess, to set, because sometimes have people like not agree in certain things. Sometimes they don't agree at the moment, and then they start agree later with you, right?
Yeah. What would you do if somebody interfere your boundaries? What would you do if somebody cross it? Like, how would you help people to?
Do you mean like a people, or just what I would say?
Yeah, how would you, like, if you feel like your boundaries being
bended a little bit?
Yes.
I would definitely show them that this is not the way it's supposed to be for me, and I just would be really honest, and I would say what I really feel, and I think this is the key in every relationship. Really, just to be, like I said, be open, because I feel like that's like huge, be open and try to also understand another person as well, and try to understand why they want certain things, certain ways, because that's also very important. Like, try to understand and put yourself in another person's place, kind of like understand why they think in certain ways, and then sit down and talk about it together.
So just like say it out loud, and well, what if the person crossed it again? Like, would you try to go back in relationship, like say it's not a relationship, but say like it's work or somebody you don't really know that much, if somebody crossing your boundaries, would you feel like it healthy to walk away, or like keep talking to the person?
Okay, you wouldn't know my answer from the spiritual perspective.
Yes.
I would say still like let the person be themselves.
Okay.
And like I said, the most important is just like really try to understand why they act certain ways. Maybe they just been hurt. Maybe they just don't feel good. Maybe something about them that is making them react certain ways that you can kind of maybe help them.
Okay, now to take
help them
personal.
out.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, that's wonderful.
What about you?
Yes, I feel like for a while I did not really set up boundaries, but then I visited San Francisco. If anybody been in San Francisco, there's a couple of things that's very easy to notice. It's a lot of homeless people, and what I saw through the homeless people, I was observing them, and I saw, well, they really like stay together and live like on top of each other. They don't have any boundaries, and then I thought that that's actually a healthy way, and that's how you can grow your wealth. Like more boundaries you have. It starts first with the physical body, right? So you have your physical body, and you separate from another person at least, right? You take care of your body, and then you step another one. Maybe you have a room, and you have your personal boundaries as a room. So more as your body grows, more as your personal boundaries grow, more spaces around you. So like if you're very wealthy, most of the wealthy people love to have a big boundaries, right? So I feel this is connecting. You have to understand that it's just as important to protect your physical boundaries as your emotional boundaries, and make it in an ecological way, not aggressively towards other ones, but in the same way to just like you protect your territory, protect your emotionals as well. So
That's a very good answer. We are growing our ether body. When we become spiritually stronger, our body grows.
Okay.
So our ether body grows, and then the bigger it becomes, so we want more space.
beautiful.
So we want more space.
Yes.
We want, because we feel stronger. We don't really need anyone in our space to make us feel stronger, because we are ourselves already relying on ourselves. We have that inner strength that now we feel better just by being alone. Not alone, but I mean by being pretty much like not alone, but how you say it, like being just in our own space, ourselves, like without anybody interfering, you know.
Yes.
And it's so interesting. So the more the person become more spiritual, their body grows so much that it can be like the monks have this ether body as far as 15 meters around.
Yeah, do people feel that like
In circumstances,
Beautiful.
about 15 to 30 meters. So that's why they're okay by themselves to do the meditation in the mountains and need anybody around, because they just feel so secure and so good in that space. And that's why we like the boundaries, because we want to keep our space.
I would add up one thing, thanks to my homeless friends, keep that space clean, because you can notice homeless people always surrounded by trash, and they don't smell good, they can pee inside of themselves. So that boundaries which you have, okay, well, maybe you don't have much, maybe you only have your body. You know, some people go out of difficult situation and only physical access they have with themselves, so keep it clean. And maybe start with your thoughts, right? Like the problem more spiritual way, keep your thoughts clean, and then go to your body and go to the space around you, and that's your boundaries, and you and that's yours.
So that's absolutely true.
So yes, start your relationship, ends with your work, with your life, set up your boundaries. It's a healthy, beautiful way to do it. Keep them clean and subscribe.
I will be happy to see you in our channel. And if you guys have any questions about boundaries, about the spiritual boundaries, like whatever questions you have, please let us know, and we will answer you maybe in our next video. Have a great day.